What is going on, guys, gals, aliens, and degen freaks? Welcome to Dano Crypto. On this channel, we try and show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystems. We're gonna turn the volume down. We're gonna turn the music down. We hope you're feeling well on this fine Tuesday. Is it indeed Tuesday? Yes, it is. And MFRX9 thought I died while making a Rickroll video for X.com, but no, indeed, we are safe. We're good. We were thinking that the whole market's getting Rickrolled right now, so we thought, why not just Rickroll everyone right now on the live stream? Let's do it. Hold on. We got so much music happening. Hold on just a second. Hold on. There we go. Okay, now let's go back. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. I'm gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna say goodbye and hurt you. Sorry, guys. I had to Rickroll ya. Welcome to the channel. Hope you guys are doing well. The crypto markets are just doing some things. Bitcoin down. Got just rejected again. Not enough liquidity coming in. Yeah, look for some long financial advice. Look for some longs and get Rick rolled. Get wrecked rolled. Wreck it, Ralph. Oh, I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you're feeling well. I hope you are surviving. I hope you can take the bloodbath that is still happening for alts. The alts are just getting crushed, even on the weekly. I mean, just everything in terms of the altcoins is just getting absolutely crushed. And so I think right now, if we get good bounce levels and support, so what is indeed happening right now, if we look at the hourly, is a descending wedge. Now, we have a level marked here. We were just talking to a buddy of ours this morning, and I was looking and telling him that, look, I think if anything, we are going to get maybe a bounce of support off of 64,283, which exactly is happening right now. But we could see some consolidation, hitting that again, and then possibly testing up into what we have marked as the trend line to push up. Now, why do we have this marked? Well, because we've been on this descending wedge pattern on the hourly. You can bring it to the 4 hour, and you can see here that is where a clear descending wedge off of a double top. So off of that double top, and then we have a descending wedge here. What we need to happen, what we need for the market to do is to say, okay, the bulls need to come in control and flip this to give us a bullish divergence to go back and clear the possible upward momentum from these support levels. Now, why do we have this level marked here? Is because we do have a couple of different support levels that were at this level at 64,000. And we said, look, if we end up breaking down past 64,000 and we start just going really low, then the obvious levels that we could be going to would be the previous support of 62,000 right here, and then below that 61. And then if there's any other key levels we want to start looking at, if we look at the weekly or on the daily, we have to look at the massive cup and handle pattern that is playing out, I believe, on the long term. But the handle here is getting some massive fake out patterns here that is still getting us down low. Now, why do we think that we're still going to break our target, which is at 76,000 at the top of the band, which is $77,000 per Bitcoin? is because every time we've hit these low liquidity lows here, even though we've been on this upward momentum, we've pumped so much, every time we get a low, we don't get much of a rejection as we've had in previous cycles. You know, from here, from the top, we did see a 20%, almost 30% correction. A lot of the times we've seen 30 to 40% corrections off of a top, and you can see here that we've at least went down a good 24%. And so that would indicate for me, long term, if I want to give you guys some hopium, is that we would be that was the established low was 56,000. And yes, and I do believe so as well, MFRX9, is that the more sideways that we get here, the more potential for a breakout. So I actually like that we stopped at 64,005. We stopped at 64,005, which could indicate that we could just trade sideways. We could trade sideways in this range between 64,000 and this 70,000, and this could actually get us an RSI reset, some more volume in to be able to get up to those levels of breaking new all-time highs. And then we start getting a little bit more bullish sentiment in the market, and then altcoins can recover. Now, this is giving the altcoins a really good opportunity to scoop up, you know, anything that you've been like, these things are pumping so hard. You know, we've had, you know, basically on the month, if you see on the month and the year, you know, we've had Jasmine, Knot, and Brett, Uniswap, Ondo, things like Toncoin, Tonchain. ENS had been, this just popped up, 47% Ethereum name service. But then you see, you go on the hourly and the daily, a lot of these things have gone down, say 12%, Core 20%, Gala 12%, Phantom, we love Phantom. Hey, it's on a discount, 17%. Brett down 12%. You know, so if anything, this is I think bloodbaths are a lot of the times great opportunities. You know, they say you buy in the red and you sell in the green. It's sometimes as simple as that, but because of our psychology, because of how we're wired, when we see red and we see that there's blood in the streets, we kind of almost instinctually want to have fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and then that is when you end up capitulating, selling at a loss, or doing something like that. But if you're in the long term and you know that these things are going to be the future, then you'll say, this is the prime opportunity to get in cheaper prices. So you have to sometimes think like this and say, hey, this isn't bad. It's not over. Crypto's not dead. If you're new to crypto, then you would think that, okay, it's over, 20%, 25% crash, and then you just don't understand that we have these interesting patterns that play out in the altcoin space when it comes to Bitcoin going down even just 1%, 2%, and the same with Ethereum. All right, so we'll just get the shilling out of the way real quick. Shout out to the partners of the channel, BITFLEX. If you guys sign up with my referral code, you get a fat, juicy bonus. Also, you get trading referral vouchers and things like that. There's a lot of different things that you can use inside of BITFLEX if you want a KYC, no KYC, and you can. And literally, guys, there's only 2 days left for this giveaway to be able to win one of these Treasure Save 3s. So make sure you guys do that. And yeah, let's keep going down the list of things that we wanted to talk about. We wanted to kind of just give a bit of a market overview, and we want to make sure you guys are following us on Twitter X at DanoCrypto904. And let's see if there's been any recent breaking news. So we forgot we were actually going to mention something last night on stream, along with what we mentioned about the DJT, this coin that apparently is the official Donald J. Trump coin. So we're going to still follow that and see if that's legit. But one of the things that we forgot to mention is that Tether is launching a new synthetic dollar backed by gold. And it's so interesting. World's largest stablecoin launches new synthetic dollar backed by gold. So I wonder, like, because gold has been hitting these all-time highs, it's been pumping, you know, it's like, what Tether's been buying gold now. BRICS nations have been buying gold. And so now it's so interesting to me. I started to think about it. When you think about Tether and how big the Tether market cap is, it's right under both of what basically runs the whole trading market in terms of perpetuals and contracts and liquidity and minting of USDT. And now it kind of makes sense to me. That's why we even get Tether FUD in the first place, is that when Tether prints from their treasury, and what do? They buy Bitcoin. So basically, if you want to break it down into simple terms, is that Tether is backed by Bitcoin in essence, and now they have gold, and they're going to have a digital another type of digital, currency that is backed by gold. So it's really, really fascinating. And so 78 billion, and when you think about it, or that's the volume. And then we see that the market cap is 112 billion. Market cap of Bitcoin 1.2 trillion. And then we go into where's the market cap? There it is. So yeah, market cap 1.2 trillion. This was 1.3, but still fairly close, very relevant. But yeah, actually, let's go back here and actually see. The volume right now on Tether is actually really high. 24-hour volume on Tether is 58%. I mean, you guys gotta remember that the whole entire space of crypto relies on Tether and USDC and DAI to not depeg or to actually be a stable coin. And so what do you think caused the debacle that was Terra Luna's crash? Was that they had a algorithmic stablecoin that they lied basically about the stability of that stablecoin, and that's how people got so wrecked, because they were downloading Terra Station, which Terra Station was their wallet that you could go into your different staking contracts. You had the Terra UST, and that thing depegged so hard. And this is why people are a lot of the times very weary about stable coins and kind of like the future of them and what it all means. Well, I'll tell you that just from the things that happened with Terra, I would love to kind of see how Tether is going to either play nice or still be like what they are as a quote decentralized entity, that a lot of the times when you see their responses back to the governments of like them providing their documents and things like that, it's so funny. It's like the best way that you can have a response to a government trying to like really like figure out what you're doing. And their responses are great because they're perfect responses to be able to not have to comply. And so it's really interesting. But yeah, let's see kind of what's happening across the markets, on the top 100. Let's see anything major recovering. Let's see. Okay, so this could be a telling of what on the hourly is recovering the fastest. Even on just some little small short-term moves, we have Chainlink, Jupiter, Ordi, Rose, Fetch AI, Arweave, and BitTensor. So these are actually, if you think about it, in terms of projects that a lot of people have been talking about, big money is interested in. These are a lot of these coins. And you got to think about the market cap, 648 mil market cap. Beam is under $1 billion. A lot of these. Some of these are under a $1 billion market cap, and these meme coins are getting up to, like, for instance, Brett is already at already past a $1 billion market cap. Just in terms of the narrative here, like for 1.2 million, 1.2 billion, not million, billion. I mean, the thing was at a $400 million market cap not that long ago. I mean, it's crazy how much trading volume is going into these meme coins. It's absolutely crazy, guys. But yeah, shout out to Sunshine Girl, shout out to Pencil Ninja. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you everyone for tuning in recently to the live streams. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Just make sure you guys absolutely destroy the like button, because YouTube, as you can see, they only let like 4 people in here. So it's like a very small fitting window. They only let 4 people in. I feel like we're just having a private chat here. We're just having a private chat just amongst the OG Dano Crypto viewers. But it's okay. We know how it is. People are so uninterested in the market right now that it's insane. Oh, it's just one of those things. It's one of those things. Or people just like watching other channels. We could also say that as well. Everyone's got their preferences, Let's see how many people are watching on X. Oh, see, it's a switch. It's really interesting how it does that. Like X will have like 20 people watching, maybe even 30, and then YouTube will just be like Biden at the Juneteenth concert where he's like, oh, sorry. I had I don't know what just happened. Something just like, I don't know, my brain just shut off. Okay. We're going to analyze this Bitcoin chart on BITFLEX. We're on the 4-hour. What's really interesting is we drew we have some interesting things happening here on the charts. Interesting things happening here on the charts. You could see right here when we had the breakdown, we had made a on the stochastic RSI, we made a higher low, and that brought the price up. We bounced from this level. We actually went up. We went up 2.7%, 2.7%, and from there, then we consolidated right back down. Then to go up another a little mini God candle here, just to push some liquidity up. Right over the point of control here, 3% move to the upside. And so this is why I'm very curious to see what's happening here. And if we make another divergence higher low, then could we test back up to the moving average here? This one right here, which is the 7-day moving average, 68,000. Get a little bounce from there, but we got to see some more money flow in. We have to see some price reversal here. A little bit more bullish sentiment, and I think we could be seeing it. But let's see what crypto Twitter is thinking. Let's see what's happening. That's probably what it is. Yeah, I think people are really, they're just like, what is happening? What is happening? Ah. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, so this was 3 hours ago. So Bitcoin is just 5% away from hitting a new all-time high in Argentina. So let's see. And I guess why is there a crypto debate about Pepe and Fetch? The discussion revolves around the cryptocurrency market, focusing on Fetch.ai and Pepe. Users are sharing their opinions and strategies regarding buying and selling or holding these cryptocurrencies. Some believe that Fetch AI is oversold and presents a buying opportunity, while others are cautious due to its recent price decline. There's also speculation about potential price rebounds for both Fetch and Pepe, with users suggesting that the cryptocurrencies could experience significant price increases in the future. I don't know why I don't know why they're lumping. That's funny. Should really use this dip and buy more Pepe. Easy 20x over the next 12 months. Yeah, 20, but yeah, about 40. Let's say about $40 for food, $50 for the wife and kids, and then a whole stack for altcoins and degeneracy. It's usually what that's the scenario we'd like to see, but guys, the reality, it never plays out that way. I'd say about the whole stack goes to the wife and kids, and then about almost the whole stack goes to trying to pay that grocery bill. Guys, how much has your grocery bill went up? Like, if you spent like $500 a month on groceries, like how much are you guys spending now? Like, are you still spending $500 and then just getting less food? Or are you getting the same amount of food and just bucking up the extra $200, $300? Because, I mean, everything has gone up. I mean, everything has doubled or even almost, I mean, some things have doubled in price, and some things have gone up a good $3, $4 on its price of what it was just 2 years ago. So it's definitely a big hit. People always say, buy the dip, and then you say, I'm trying to buy actual bean dip because I need more actual dry powder for my grocery bill. I think that's probably legit what a lot of people are saying to themselves. They're like, dang, I gotta buy more DC and especially for families, and even just young people in general, like say you are you're going to school, you're going to college, you don't have roommates. Say you don't have any roommates and you're just paying just straight rent. You're just like, I'm paying rent for a room or an apartment or something like that. The average rent price locally where I'm at is about minimum like $1,800, maybe in $2K, and that's for like a nice decent place, like nothing crazy. But you start getting down like cheaper, and it starts to like the level of like, your comfortability and stuff like that. And also the neighborhood and things like that starts to, take into account. But yeah, on average, I mean, like a young 20 something is their expenses are, let's see, if you're paying on average like $2,000 for rent, you have like the grocery bill is about, for one person, I think for a month, I mean, it's probably between $300 to $500 even just for one person. And then you go into all of the other expenses, and it's like, I don't know how some of these people are doing it, to be honest. Like, unless you are really like raking it in, you have a good pay, have a good paying job and you can support yourself, like which is a reality for a lot of people too. It's not, it's different circumstances for different people, and so, but still, I mean, even if you have a decent paying job with inflation and what things are costing. It's freaking crazy, guys. It's crazy how much one person their expenses are, and you don't have any extra money to try and buy the dip. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, I tell you guys, man, when the government was printing those checks, that was our golden goose. I'll tell you guys, when the government was printing all those checks and stimulus stimulus here, if we were smart and thinking very, very long term, and we're thinking the government's giving us free money. It's not free money. You got taxed on it, and you ended up just having to pay for it by inflation because they printed the dollar to absolute garbage zero. So it wasn't really free money. If you were smart, you took all that and you put it in Dogecoin, you put it in the stock market, you put it in Bitcoin, you put it in all these things, you put it in the risky assets they were trying to scam you away from while everything was crashing and burning around. And they locked everyone in their houses. And that made it even worse for you to not think, oh, I need to survive. I got to survive. And it's those are my Pepe eyeglasses. But yeah, I just think it's crazy, like the amount of gains that if you had the time machine to like peek into the future and to say, oh my God, of course, yes, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have conviction. I'm going to literally set and forget, take an entire stimulus check and put it into what would have turned all of us into millionaires, basically over the next, how long? 4 years? All you had to do was just wait a measly 4 years. You know, some people wait a lifetime to, quote, get their retirement or their 401k or their whatever, their big payout, and then at the end of the day, you're not even getting the full payout because Social Security is a scam. There's people that are literally trying to live off of Social Security and they can't. That's why you see them still working, and then they end up can't even paying for their basic medical care with Social Security because the government sucks. So what the government does is they even try and throw you a bone. They go, here's some free stimulus money. Let's see what they do with it. And they're laughing in the background. So terrible. It's unacceptable, guys. It's unacceptable. But yeah, I just remember thinking about how much stimulus we got and how much we could have invested and risked with that stimulus money. That was the opportunity. That was the golden goose opportunity, guys. Oh, all right. All right, you guys want to go to the red light district? Let's go to the red light district. Let's do it. Let's get into the red light district, guys. We are going to go into a couple of projects. We're going to talk about what is happening with this Trump coin, with okay, so you got GameFi, you got AI, you have meme coins as a whole, meme narrative, Celebify, Politify, real world assets. You have Bitcoin. You have the layer 2 narrative, scaling. You have layer 1s in competition for the top spot of fastest transactions. Our blockchain doesn't break. It doesn't blah, 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 blah. And then those are all the narratives that are happening right now, okay? So it's up to you to decide which ones you're going to go into and do your research, because my personal opinion is that you don't want to spread yourself too thin. You want to just, like, there might be something that you're really good at and it actually relates to a specific it relates to a specific niche that you might be in. whether it be music or I don't know, NFTs or whatever. People say NFTs are dead. I would say false. They're not dead. You just don't understand them, and people think of them as just NFTs or as JPEGs. It's far more than that. You got to open up your little skull cap and think about NFTs in terms of verification and novelty and reusability of a said concert ticket. When you buy a concert ticket, now it's not like you will use it. It's obviously your ticket. You're buying, and that's the ticket, But imagine buying a ticket to a concert and you spent like $150 on it. Like it was like, you got a good seat, $150, whatever the level tier may be. These NFT tickets are going to have different tiers because they're in different sections of the concert. They might have different VIP status. And then that ticket that you bought with your $150, it still has intrinsic value on it per whatever you set upon it. As the creator, as the person who is monetizing or a whole idea and infrastructure around your concert tickets. So then imagine people have a collection of your concert tickets or your event ticket, and that's what builds up the hotability and the novelty and the trading between your NFT ticket that you're like, hey, I'm gonna hold this thing. It's valuable for me because I want to get into these different events. I get discounts off of next events. Maybe this next event doesn't have an NFT ticket, a new NFT ticket. You could only get maybe 50% off if you had gone to the previous one. So it's just like building up momentum and a type of niche for an NFT. And that's just one example of like just a concert. If you're a musician, and that's what it is. That's why people are so dumb, because they'll just say an off the cuff thing like NFTs are dead. It's just like when people say Bitcoin's dead, and it's just like give me the reason why you think it's dead, and they probably don't have a solid answer of why they could answer or why they think this particular thing is, quote, dead. And so they got to get the freaking schoolboy explanation for it, because it's like, if you can't use, it's just like Michael Saylor. Michael Saylor has to use like a million analogies because people are so stupid to understand that Bitcoin is going to go to like $1 million per coin by supply and demand mechanisms, and just the fact that of how this thing operates. Michael Saylor's like, if you have a boat and you're going down the ocean and he's got like, he always has an analogy for everything, but I love it. I swear, you could talk to Michael Saylor and literally about any topic, he'll give you an analogy. He said, well, let me ask you this. If you take a boat. All right, is it happening, guys? The fake out? Yep, the fake out. Dang. The descending wedge play out, fake out. Oh, man. See, this is how people get wrecked. Yeah, Michael Saylor. So I want to meet him. We're gonna meet him. We'll have an opportunity to meet him. Maybe we'll even have him on the channel, because then I'll be like, bro, here's your chance to break your record of how many analogies you can do in one interview. Let's go. Let's see. And then he'll probably laugh his ass off. But yeah, that would be cool. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys want to. If you guys would love to have Michael Saylor as a guest on the live stream. Do you think he would do it? You think he would do it? You guys got to put a 1 in the chat. I need some ones in the chat, so then I can clip this and I can send him the proof that my community indeed wants him on the channel, that we do love Michael Saylor. Yeah, put a 1 in the chat, cuz like I know a lot of people sometimes give him a hard time, but we love making jokes, but we need people like Michael Saylor to show that I mean, and I think he'd probably like the fact that we've talked about his stock. We've made specific videos about MicroStrategy and how they basically completely like upscaled their growth of their stock and their company and what they do, because MicroStrategy, if like you kind of know a little bit about their history, because like I know like a little enough to know that they were a software company. They built software for different means, whether it be I'm not exactly sure what, but they built software. They've been in the tech space for a long time, software space for a long time, since the 90s. And so I think in that they were smart to know we need you guys know me too well. You know me too well, MFRX9. I think that's why Carl. I think that's why me and Carl have collaborated. And Carl saw something in me. He's like, "Hey, me and you, we got the same thing going on here. You know the ADHD AD thing. You know the ACDC." But we like having some fun. We at least I hope we at least make you guys laugh. I hope we at least make you laugh here and there. But oh my gosh, look at this thing. Look at this thing. What is Bitcoin doing? Trying to fake out people so hard. But I'm telling you guys, look, if you're looking on the hourly, you can see here descending wedge. A lot of the times descending wedges with bullish divergence. So what's his lizard's name? Chico or Chino? Yeah, if I had an iguana or a lizard, I'd probably name him Chino Marino, in honor of Deftones. Shout out to all the Deftones fans out there. If you're a Deftones fan, you are my friend. If you're a Deftones fan, you are my friend. We have seen Deftones 3 times. We saw them actually. Taste of Chaos. Taste of Chaos. If you remember that tour, 2006. 2006. First time I ever saw him. Amazing. Good stuff. All right, man, are we gonna get a bounce? Are we getting fake outs? This could be a major fake out for people to try and get people to go long, and the volume doesn't sustain, and we end up going below and actually crossing below this right here. We could do this. This could very well happen and fake people out so hard, and we just start swooping. Oh man. It's possible. Yeah, because that wasn't a rally. Like, this wasn't really a rally that was sustained. We could get just more bearish moves to the downside. And let's look at some levels that we've had marked on previous charts. The Bitstamp chart, what's the level that we had marked here? We got we have 3 levels marked, okay? If any of these levels are to watch, it would be 62,006. If it breaks down below 64, then you got a big range of price action that could happen, because essentially we had a really big momentum move to the upside from this support resistance flip that happened right here. And we marked this level thinking that, look, price was easy going to go right here because of this previous level. The Beto is saying, buying the Ponky and Brett dip. Yes. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I have to find the dry powder. We'll see if we can. We'll see if we'll go dig up the trunk of money in the backyard so we can buy the dip. Let's go dig up the trunk. Yeah, any level that we start breaking down to, which we've already now we're getting in some squirrely territory. We could break down really fast and start catching liquidity lows down in this area. This is going to be a key range around of what we need to watch for price, because look. But as you can see here, an inverse head and shoulders BART right here played out. And when that played out, we had a really, really nice movement to the upside from this bottom. I mean, a really nice one. But then, as you can see here, we've basically have just had sideways garbage since this asymmetrical triangle. Ascending triangle. And I'm reading comments here from Sunshine Girl. Let's see. And it's forming an ascending triangle around 71.5. 1.5. Oh, man. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. This is going to crush alts. It's really going to make the alts react very negatively. But it's dip buying time. So if you're fresh out of your bean dip, it's time to pick some more up. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh my gosh, gotta look at the time. What is the time? Look at the time. Okay, we gotta get going. We'd like to stream for almost an hour, but during the summertime, we got all kinds of stuff going on. So, but I really do appreciate all of you guys for tuning into the live stream. We're gonna be back though, so if you want to come back to the channel and watch our 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live stream, you are more than welcome to come back and hang out. This live stream and I've said it a couple times and we just missed it, but we're gonna pull up some crypto gaming. I think crypto gaming kind of fell off the narrative a little bit. I think the memes really started to take over, and you could even see it, and how YouTubers and crypto content kind of just started to go straight for the memes. You got to give them what they want sometimes, but you know what? I'm going to give you what you need, and it's that the gaming narrative hasn't gone anywhere, guys. It hasn't gone anywhere, so we're going to remind you that what did people buy in the 90s, in the early 2000s, that basically sparked a whole revolution of gamers? They bought video games. They paid hundreds and hundreds and thousands of dollars for World of Warcraft subscriptions. I used to ask and beg my mom, please, Mom, can I get another monthly? Come on, guys. It's coming. Just be prepared. All right, thank you so much. Smash up the like, do all the things, do all the awesome housekeeping that you guys do so well. Make sure you share this and repost this on x.com, or you can share it on your Facebook or Instagram or whatever. Let people know that you watch this channel, and make sure that you also, if you haven't, smash the like and hit the subscribe button. I mean, I think 60% of the people that watch this channel don't subscribe. 60% of the people that actually watch this channel and probably like this content are forgetting that they actually have to hit the subscribe button. So do me a favor and let's switch up that percentage rate from 60 to like 30% of the people that watch it aren't subscribed. Let's cut that number in half, guys. Help me do that by evangelizing the Dano Crypto channel. And we want to remind you guys that we do also go on the Moon Show on Mondays, so catch that. If you didn't get an opportunity to see yesterday's show with Crypto Kid, me and Crypto Kid had a great conversation. It was sometimes I feel embarrassed doing TA with Crypto Kid, because he's, even though he is 16, 17 years old, he's becoming a master TA, technical analyst, and he's got a wealth of knowledge. So it's really cool to be able to be humbled, and also just to have a great conversation with someone who is also pushing and grinding, and has his own channel. And so, yeah, make sure you guys go and rewatch that. And appreciate every single one of you. I'll see you later today. And have a good rest of the day. Peace.